I'm a farmer. I live, most of my time is in the bush. So I'm kind of archaic, rusty in protocols and in everything. So that I'm not accused of messing up protocol, because if I start to address protocol, I will then put the last, the first, and the middle. So I would say all protocol observed. Now, when they asked me to come and speak to you, I said, what will I speak about? My daughter said, Dad, go to Google. You can Google, you know. You know the Google farmers, is it? They are Google farmers, eh? They Google everything. And then I said, if I Google, you guys, you can Google, is it? You can go to Google, then what is the point? So what I'm going to do today is going to be different. I'm going to speak as a farmer. Just consider that today you visited my farm. Forget about this fancy thing. You are at the farm. So I'm going to speak to you like I am at the farm. At the farm, there is no sequence, is it? There is no protocols. You just have to talk about the cattle. I was asked to talk about beef production and scaling down and when to sell. They told me here, this gadget, let me see whether I can pass the test. All right. Okay. I have passed the test. We are at the farm. This is the farm. This is the beef. When you talk about beef, you are actually saying, oh, the same stand here again. You are actually saying, what's in for dinner? If that dinner has no beef, I would walk out of that dinner. So today, those that are preparing food at the back there, make sure there is beef. Otherwise, I would walk out of this meeting. So what is beef production? It is raising beef cattle for meat consumption. Simple. It doesn't say what type of cattle. It's simple, raising beef cattle for meat consumption. That is our beef production. If what you are raising, wherever you are, at the farm, does not end in the eating, you are not a beef farm. It has to end with the eating. So if your beef is not eatable, try to go and be a farmer for Izikwaza, you know. They were once popular, isn't it? Yeah? They were once popular. Yeah. So if you are not raising something to be eaten, you have to try something. As a farmer, we are in this business to provide food security. We are in this business to be part of the food chain, to be part of providing the Zimbabweans something to eat when it's dinner time, when it's supper time. Where does it start? It starts with this picture. The cow-calf production enterprise. It is not beef production without the calf. So many people are obsessed with bulls, with cows, beautiful calves. None of them have never asked, where is the calf? Because if there is no calf, there is no production. If you look at that picture was taken at my farm sometime by my daughter. She says, I love this, the way they are standing. They are posing for the picture. And she took it and I kept it for some time. But after some time, I looked at it and it spoke to me in many ways than you could imagine. What do you see? Let me interact with you. What do you see there? Cows and calves. You are seeing about 5 cows, isn't it? And how many calves? More than 5. Which means there are some cows that are not in this picture that have calves there. The failure, or should I carry this? The failure of a farmer, a Zimbabwean farmer, is the failure to realize that his profit is in the calf. It's nowhere else. Your profit is your calf. If your calf is not there, you have no profit. Simple. So, in this picture, maintaining a herd of cows that give birth to calves once a year. There is no room for non-performers. We are not in a hotel, lady. You have to earn your stay at the farm. We are not at a holiday inn here. Carmen Brahmans do not provide starter and some drinks. We are at the farm. We are producing. So if the lady is not pregnant or nursing a calf, try next door. You get me? We are not in a hotel. We do not have the money and the energy to feed and chase after an empty cow. What for? Why should my worker go after you when you are empty? We can only take after those that give us what we are here for. You are either pregnant or nursing a calf, then you are our friend. If you are not, you are Mbogoto's friend. You get me? There are friends for every category of a cow in the farm. Bogoto loves those that are empty. Grills loves those that are empty. For us is those that are with calves and those that are pregnant. Once every year. If your cows are not calving every year, you are not into it. You have to have calves calving every year. I just employed a closer guy. Yeah? So every day, I phone, the first thing that I phone and ask, which cow is on heat? Before I can say, how are you? Which cow is on heat? Then I'll say, how are you? Is everything fine? Then do you have food and all these other things. But first is which cow is on heat. Abe sekhuluma ke lumfana ke hayi napha yakudlalwa la. Abe sekhuluma isiXhosa engingeke ngasikhuluma la. Ukuthi kwenzakalani lapha eplaza. Ngoba ngase sidla ngalo umbuzo ukuthi wathini. Wakhuluma isindebele sikadlodlo ukuthi inkunzi yenzani. Umntaka makhumalo uvehla hleke ngoba uyasazi anti wathi akudlalwa la. Once you have got calves, remember we are talking about beef production. It doesn't happen from an abstract. I've said to you, the cow-calf production, once you have got calves, you have to wean them. At weaning, you have to define what you are going to do. That's why most of you are missing it. Because you have been oriented at home where the ox has to go and be 5 years old and go and plow the fields and all that. So once it's a winner, it's not yet brief to you. Is it? So to you, it's not business. But to someone, when it's a winner, they sell it off as a winner. It might cost you, it might bring $300 US. Remember, when it brings $300 US as a winner, there is uMandlovu lapha uzakhuluma ngabantu befinance lana. Mina ngikwazi lokho kwefinance lo. Ngikwazi nxa isingena esikhwameni. There is time value for mine, Andy. The 300 I get now is more valuable than the 600 I'll get 4 years later. You get me? The 300 I get now is more valuable than the 600 I'll get 4 years later. Because the 300 has no cost, has no risk. If you keep that winner, it might die, You have not lost a winner. You have lost 300. Why keep the 300 in the pocket when it is not safe? Rather, buy something before the kubuzelas come in. The 300 that you are keeping now at home, it might be at risk from the drought. And you are waiting for 3 years because you were oriented that you sell a steer. So that when people come and say, hi, I'm Tangamakumadu. Yes, Akulez. You know, that pride, I know how it feels. I know. When Richard says, who is the proud owner? You want to get there, isn't it? So choose to sell winners. Selling your winners, it saves the grass. The limited grass that you have. Remember, this winner has to leave the grass for its mother, who has to produce another calf next year. Why should this winner compete for resources with the mother who is going to produce another calf when this winner might not be in production yet? Why should an ECD child sit in a grade 1 desk when she is not yet there? You are just closing, you are just closing space. In this drought, there is grass to be served. There is grass to be served. And those male winners, those winners that you don't need, sell them. Before government says we are going to give you bailing and we are going to do that, there is money in the winners. Sell them. After selling the winners, what do? You can then use the money to supplement government efforts. The problem is that once the president has declared the country a drought disaster, people are now see that? The lazy bugger doesn't eat a damn thing. And he who sleeps, sleeps for the downfall of his family. And the Bible says, let him who doesn't work eat nothing. While the government is supplementing, maybe we should add a criteria of saying, supplement those that are doing something. Mtagama Kumalu said, those animals belong to you. The money comes to you. The money does not go to government, it comes to your pocket. What have you done? I'll tell the government, guys, help me. I've done some bailing, I've ordered some leeks, I've done silage. Then they can come and say, okay, fine. Let's see how we can see your food storage now takes you up to September. Then we are going to come for you October, November until the rains. Remember, guys, we are in November now. This is November. When you are at the farm, let me give you a tip. When you are writing a date, if it is 10 April, write 10 November. What you normally do in November, do it now. The rains that came now are reminiscent of the rains that come in November. When those rains come in November, they cause the grass to rot, and these rains will cause the leafy grass to rot, thereby exacerbating the situation further. Steer heifer production. If you still have steers, let me not use the English word. It's more unkind, the English word. Let me use this in Ndebele. Uyisiphukupuku. You know the English word, it's like insultive, right? It says foolish. Eh? I don't want to say you're foolish. No. Uyisiphukupuku. This time around, you are still holding steers in your farm. Let me tell you what is going to happen. Guys, I'm going to speak like a farmer, Andy. I'm speaking practicality here, not Google. What is going to happen? You are waiting for prices to be better, isn't it? They aren't going to be better, they are going to be worse. Right now, the live weight is around $1.80, something, somewhere there. What's going to happen as the drought continues, the price of beef might increase to around $1.20. It might, because there's a lot of destocking that is happening now. Very soon there will be a shortage, and the price would rise, the price of beef to around $1.20, $1.50. But at the same time, those steers would have lost quite considerable weight. And that weight is money lost. If a steer is 80 cents now and weighs 400 kgs, what is the value of that steer? Abazimets be college abe agriculture mbone lisukuma 320, is it? 3 months time, that steer would be 230 kgs. And the price would have gone up to $1. What is the value of that steer? How much? 230 from 330. That is where you're missing it. When you sell cattle, you do not sell the 4 wolves. You are selling weight. You are selling weight. And the period where we are going in is a period where cattle are going to lose weight. So you have to sell now. Your heifers, those that you do not need, you have sat down and said, this is my replacement heifers, I need 10. It's because of the drought, I normally have 20 replacement heifers, but now I'm going to scale down. You have to scale down. Don't act as if it is normal. So this time I'm going to keep 5. So you've got 15 to sell from the 20 that you normally have to keep. So it is time to sell now. The reason why it is time to sell now is that man. Do you know that man? Who that man is? Is the MD of Agri-Foods. Last week, he came to visit my head. He predicts that in 2 months' time, a ton of stock feed would hit the $400 mark to 450. Now it is around 320, some are 350, somewhere there. 300. So stock feed is going to be expensive because everything else associated with that production is going to be scarce. And those that are selling the inputs, they know that where they normally get them, they are not going to get them anymore. So this is increasing demand. When demand increases, the prices rise. There are feedlotters. They normally buy between 250 kgs, 300 kgs, feeder steers. Sell those. When a plane declares Mayday, 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 it starts to offload fuel to be light. Don't say Mayday when you are sinking and you are carrying ikokokwe kanda, you are ubelethile ngapha ugaka. Shed off weight, be light in case you might float. If you are heavy, you are going to sink and you are going to lose everything and yourself. I know you love them. I know you love them. I know they've written some stories about you on WhatsApp that you have got 1,000 animals. I know that. I know where you drink. I know they know you. I know. But it is not time to be pompous and time to be grandstanding and saying I've got numbers. You know, I've got numbers, you know. We like to say that, I've got numbers. Eh? A beautiful man is a cow, is it? Eh? Let me bring it here in the bed. You tried? Ubuhle bendoda. Ubuhle bendoda zinkomo zayo. So the beautiful man is a cow. So now you have to be an argument. Less cows. We are in drought. Downscaling when to sell. You stock the following. Your old cows. Those old cows are the first to lose condition because their teeth are not there. A lot of things going wrong. You know, vele isalukazi lazo vele nxa usibona esomuntu nxa sihamba vele uyabona. Yeah, it's there. It's given. Old cows. Your non-performers, they should go. Those that don't calve, the greatest enemy about you farmers, do you know what it is? You don't record. You don't keep records. If I go with you to your 50 animals and say, show me the production record of each cow, you won't give me. You won't give me. You would not give me. Ziyazala nje okwakho ukuthi izele. Ukuthi izale nini you don't know. Izele. I used to do that until I had to put each cow as a production unit on its own. I had a graph that I was taught by the accountants, you know. That graph shows the production cycle of my animal. And during this drought, every year when it's supposed to have a calf, when it doesn't, I put a red. There are cows that you would see, for example, MC 1209. MC 12, where's my phone? I don't know. Oh, it's here. MC 1209. I'm going to do that at the end of the day, if time allows. If you look at the production of MC or ACP 1209, it started producing 3 years in 2012. 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, 18. You see what I was going to put it right from the Brahman Breeder Society that you can see it. Every year that cow drops a calf. And when you come and want for the daughter, it's not for sale. I can sell you the stock in my shop, but I can't sell you the shop. You come to me and say you want the bananas and everything that is in the shop, the stock is for sale. That cow is the shop. It's not for sale. I don't know when I should stop. Your steers, I've spoken about steers. Kule nkabi liyana, liyazi nkabi liyana, kala kataliyana inkabi, kala kataliyana. Eyazwayo lokuthi inkabi yakosa Sibusiso siyibone ngale. Iyaziwe esigabeni, and 12 years old. Someone is keeping the money engasebenziyo evalele egabheni for 12 years. Evalele egabheni, abantwana bayagula, bayathini, yena uvalele egabheni. 12 years. Senza kusomela nsuku. The time to sell. When is the time to sell? Yesterday. That is the time to sell. Finally, what is the right animal to breed? I'm not going to say it's the Brahman. I'm not going to say it's the what. The right animal to breed is what you love. And the animal that is most adapted in your area. And the animal that is marketable. Go in your area, look around and see which breed is there. The breed that you see dominant, buy that breed. Is the most adaptable breed in your area. This picture was sent by a farmer last week. This is exactly what it is now. You see how it is? This is not just last week. This is at Escotini last week. Thank you very much.